All right, somebody has too much time on their hands. Hello, Miss Marjorie. Hello. Welcome to Beavis Crafty Corner. Today we're not crafting. Still a corner, but we're not crafting. No. We are up to shenanigans. Yeah, just some shenanigans. That's all we're up to. I got out the book of useless information so we can find out useless stuff. I still cannot remember what the topic was I wanted to talk about tonight. I'll remember. Eventually I will. I just honestly haven't thought about it. Hey, Michelle. What's up, girl? Share in the house. Okay. I had a topic. I know I did. Just don't know where the hell it went. Right out my brain. Nothing ever stays in there. It's like a giant sponge. It is. But it's got big holes in it, like Swiss cheese. So if I move, things just fall out. Hello, Miss Marie. Yeah, we could be done with this heat wave. What the heck? At least we're not in Phoenix. It was 101 there the other day.
Hello.
So at least we didn't get that one, you know?
Hi, this is Mike with Cox Business Support, calling it on a recorded line. I'm sorry to quite.
Oh, what do we got going on here?
PRIYNASHU.
Okay. The "you are here" arrow on a map is called the idiolocator.
Got it. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'd have never come close to spelling that properly. Hey, listen, I've got your internal ticket number here, 20.
You ready for some? You will come see us.
03.
Good Lord, we've got plenty of it.
7200.
Of course, Phoenix has more than anyone right now, but I don't know what their temperature's been like today. Let's find out.
Well, I was hoping you might be able to verify that this modem is back up online as I see it. Looks like
92 today.
Cleared earlier. Are you able to verify services are back?
Wow.
Our ticket number is 32305890.
Let's see what their week looks like.
Thank you.
They're at 100 right now. They're at 100. Why am I getting a commercial? Go away. Feels like 99. Ooh, what a good day. Let's see. Ooh. Tomorrow, it's supposed to be 106, then 102 on Sunday. Ooh, then it goes down into the upper 90s, but back by Wednesday, they're back up into the hundreds. Wowzer. Wow. Wow. Sherry lives down the street from me. We could bump into each other in the grocery store. I don't go grocery shopping. Hubbard does that. All right. Oh, I remember. Let's talk about craft supplies. Let's talk about that undying urge to go to the craft store. You don't need anything, but damn it, you're going anyway. And why are you going? Because when you get there, you're going to figure out what you need. And if you craft more than one craft, good Lord, How many times have you done this? Have you gone to the craft store and said you were going to pick up, I don't know, a piece of paper from open stock, and you walk out with 3 pads, some markers, a new hole punch because it looked cool, and some new double-sided tape you want to try? Have you ever done that? Oh, good look. And you know where it's the worst? The Dollar Tree. My God, that place is horrible. You go in there and you're like, okay, I need to get supplies. I need to get some supplies because I'm going to make this project. For me, it's the worst. I go in there and I did this over Christmas. I made those little bottles of hot chocolate mix with the tiny dehydrated marshmallows in them and everything. And then there was the little spoons that I could put on the side that were like peppermint or chocolate. Why did I buy 4 boxes of those? Why did I need 4 boxes of those little spoons to make 1 bottle of hot chocolate mix? Why? And I have to tell you, I put that thing on the counter and I told the grandkids they could use it if they wanted to. Just go ahead. And all they did was ate the mini marshmallows out of it. That's all they did. They ate the mini marshmallows. So I'm like, what the hell? Ugh. Yeah, now you have tons of everything. Hi, Miss Patty Ann. Yeah, I have tons of everything. I went out there. Okay. I did the video for these sprays, you know, for the ones that I did for the markers. And I went out there and I couldn't find any of these bottles. And I was like, okay, I got to go get spray bottles. So I went to the first Dollar Tree and they didn't have any. I went to the second one and they didn't have any. I went to my third Dollar Tree. There's like 27 of them here. And they had them. And they had like 4 or 5 packs of them. So I just said, you know what? If I can't find them anywhere else, I'm just going to grab them here so that I have them. I brought them home. I made the video. I think I used 2 packs of them, maybe 1 pack. Let me see. 1, 2. I think I used 3 bottles. Okay. So I go out to the garage because they're in the bag from the Dollar Tree, and I put them in my warehouse area.
In that case, with your permission, all right,
where I keep all my craft supplies. And I go to put them into the box where I keep the plastic bottles. And I swear to God, I looked in there before I went to the Dollar Tree. There were none of them. There was like 8 bags of them in there.
No,
I had like 16 of them in there.
Thank you, Cox Business Support. You, sir, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, some of the stores have been getting bad. But how does Dollar Tree know? Like, seriously, because I went outside and I was like, I got to find the bottles to make these. I got to find the bottles. They got to be out here. There's got to be bottles. And I'm going through all the bottles and I'm looking through all my plastic. I went through that tub. There were no bottles in that tub. So I go and I buy bottles. 3 stores it took me to find the bottles. I finally get the bottles. I get the spray bottles. I buy all they have. I come home. I make the project. I go to take the extras to put them away. In that bin is a bunch of, and then just to add insult to injury, I went out and opened up one of the drawers in one of my filing cabinets where I keep supplies for videos. And there were 3 bottles in there. I said, I don't know. Yeah. That store is the worst one, Sherry. It is absolutely gross. The worst one.
Which?
The Dollar Tree that's over across from Rainbow Commons.
Oh yeah.
Horrible store. I have never been in that store and not had at least 5 baskets full of stuff sitting at the front, and gondolas with boxes in the aisles, and they like a season and a half behind. Tammy's in the house. Hello, baby. Tammy's not feeling well, guys. She needs all of your positive energies. Just send them to her. Just throw that. I'm going to call
Thank you.
Michelle and have her send my angels that way.
Can I assist you? Sure, James. What do you got for me?
But oh yeah, that is the worst one. That is the worst one.
Oh, Anthony, I'm sorry.
To be honest with you, the one that's down on, what is it, Vegas?
All right.
The one that's down off
Let's
of
see
Vegas.
what we got going on, Anthony. Give me a hot second to pull that up.
Off of Vegas Drive there is actually cleaner than that one on Rainbow. That is the worst store. That one and the one that's on, I think it's Jones and Cheyenne. That one's bad too, but it's not as bad. It's a big store though. That's a big one. I keep telling you, Sherry, if you need a ride someplace, you call me. I'll come get you. I got no problems with it. I'll meet you at the corner. I'll pick you up at your house. I don't care. I'll take you anywhere you need to go. I need somebody to go out with. So it keeps me from getting in trouble and buying more spray bottles than I need, apparently. You know which one I really like? There's 2 of them. If you go down,
all right, got the ticket up. Give me a moment to review and see what's going on.
not Rampart, the other side of Rampart. It's not Decatur. Rampart, something else. Yeah. And Rampart runs into. Anyway, if you take that and you go down almost to the 215 there, to the loop, to the 95, actually, I think it is. There's 2. There's like where the hospital is. There's one before the hospital and one right after the hospital. The one before the hospital, which is over by the Daiso, they just put that in like 6-7 months ago. So clean, so nice. The staff there, very polite, very nice. Yeah, no, not a Ford Apache. What is it? Durango. That's what it is. Because Rampart, because here's Cheyenne and this is Rampart and that's Durango. If you go down Durango and you go past where you would turn to go to the Walmart there, if you keep going past that, go up around and go right underneath the freeway, which is the 215, go right under the 215. There's a Goodwill on the left. I know everything by thrift stores. There's a Goodwill on the left, and then across from that, there's a shopping center. That's where the Daiso is. Used to be a Tuesday morning in there, but now they've put in, it's not the same shop, but they put in a Dollar Tree there. And then if you go like the hospital, go just to the other side of the hospital in the Smith Center, there's a Dollar Tree there too. Well, sorry, Patty Ann, I can't come pick you up.
Computer is just being slow and not.
But
well, you know,
some Dollar Trees, it's weird because like some Dollar Trees, they nasty. They nasty. Now, I'll tell you what I go into Family Dollar for. I don't go in there for craft supplies, although I have found some cool stuff in there. I go into Family Dollar because if you've never seen a picture of my backyard, if you've never been on the phone with me, my backyard is full of solar lights. And those stupid little metal signs from like the Dollar Tree and stuff, I buy them for Hubbard. Because he loves the backyard. He grows grass back there just for me and the dogs. There's a nice little gazebo. He's got a barbecue, building an outdoor kitchen in the corner. Like,
Yeah,
this is his domain.
$59.19. It's in the ticket as well. What?
So I have all these solar lights out here, and I go into the Family Dollar and I get them because we didn't have Family Dollars here, and I found one. I went down to
Oh, come on.
blah, 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 blah.
I wish I could. Wish I
Went
could,
down to the
but I
river.
work from home.
Laughlin
Wish I
Across
could
from
work
Laughlin
home
is
and
Arizona.
the wife-
So
the wife-
the river,
the wife-
Colorado River, you've Laughlin
Yeah.
right on one side of it,
yeah,
and there's
the
this
wife
big
would be
bridge,
upset
and
if I
then you
go
have
putting holes into things,
Boulder
you know?
City or something on the other side of it. I go to Laughlin all the time. It's just fun to get out of town. And there's like 5 or 6 thrift stores in this town across the river. And there's one in Laughlin. So I'll go to the one in Laughlin, and then I'll go across and I'll go to the one that's over here. And then I go out to Parker and come back in through Cali. And I rate that trip about every other year. A little more sometimes. But they had a Family Dollar there, and I hadn't seen one in a long time because we didn't have them here. And so I went into the Family Dollar, and they had like all of these lights, and they were all marked down because it was the end of the season, and they were like 75% off. So I bought a bunch of them, solar lights for my hubby. And these weren't just solar lights. They were like, you could put them in the trees, and they were like solar dragonflies.
All right. Got the
Butterflies
work order
and stuff.
rescheduled for this evening
And
between
so I bought him a
7
whole bunch of
12,
those, and he strung them up in the bushes outside, and we had
and
them in
I
the
gotta
bushes for the
give
longest
the
time.
on-call technician a call.
And I bought like
So
another one that was like
so
500
is there
feet of
anything
solar
else I
light,
might be able to assist you with
like a
guys,
string.
sir? I gotta
And
make a
so he
phone call.
wrapped Bob Ross in that. Bob Ross is my bush. Looks like Bob Ross's head.
Somewhere between now and then, yes.
And
Yes.
then we got
Yes.
a Family Dollar here down the street. It's down on Cheyenne. And there's one over on Buffalo too now. But I'll go in there at the end of the season because they mark their lights
I
down
don't
really
know
low,
what
and I
he's
buy
gonna
them for
do,
him, and
but
then
I
just
do
dole them
know
out
that
throughout the year.
If that is necessary, and if he doesn't have one on the truck, he may have to go till.
All right, let's do this.
I-
Shall we
I
do
don't know
this?
If they have access to the warehouse.
The one we're doing
after,
is called
you know,
Dressing Your
after
Cat.
hours
I need an
like that.
adjective. I need an adjective. I don't know why. I'm in the meow libs. Just the one I found, you know.
Okay, but you got access to the access point, right?
Fancy.
Oh, all right. So you
I need a
should
noun.
already have that key.
Hi, Christine.
All right. Good. Okay. Thank you, kind sir. All right. All right, Anthony, I'll give him all that information, and you have yourself a fantastic evening. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
A part of the body, plural. toes. An animal. Looking for an animal and another adjective. Kitty. Let's see. Marie gave me another noun. We're going to put that in here. Squirrel. Do I need another animal? Shabby. It says I need a person, male. And then a color. Cubby.
Purple people eaters.
Color. Purple. All right. We need a plural noun and an occupation. A plural noun and an occupation. Plural noun, trucks. Occupation, butler. I need another noun and an article of clothing. All right, honey, get some rest. An adjective, another noun. If anybody ever came in and didn't listen to the sound on this and just saw those words, they'd be like, what in the hell? I'm watching the 100 go up and I'm like, what is going on? Then I remember I can't turn that off in StreamYard. All right. A noun, an adjective, two adjectives, a noun, and an adverb. That's what we need. We need an adjective, two adjectives, one noun, and an adverb. Slovenly. That's a word. Good one, Marjorie. Spatula. All right, we're still looking for two adjectives. An adjective describes something or somebody. Lumpy, soft, ugly, messy, or short are adjectives.
Really?
Oh, like you read a book? No. Okay. Mushy. All right. Here we go. This is called Dress Your Cat. Your cat can help you celebrate your favorite holidays throughout the year. All you need to do is dress it up in a fancy, fun top hat. With a pair of fuzzy toes, your cat can be transformed into the Easter kitty, or be shabby and turn your cat into Uncle Hubbard with her little red, white, and purple suit. And there's a lot of trucks for your cat to wear on Halloween. You can dress your cat as a butler in a pink tutu, a prehistoric glue bottle with spikes down its back, or a superhero like Shellman with a black cape and matching tie. And of course, you can turn your kitty into Santa Claus with a mushy red suit and a cute matching spatula. Just make sure you choose prickly. You don't want to get on your cat's slovenly side. Okay. So this is 5. There's a doggy one and a kitty one. And then there's this one. I don't know what that. Game over. That one's video games. This one is unicorns, mermaids, and then this one is escape from detention. But there's 5 of them in here. I had to get these. My grandkids did not know about these, and I had to get a bunch of these. I actually got this one I picked it up at the thrift store. Over 125 classic Mad Lib stories inside. The best of Mad Libs. This is these are great. We'll do one of these days. I think we did one not too long ago. The Gettysburg Address. Wowzer. A charming story with a happy ending. Oh, no. Did that say autopsy? Oh, advertisement.
Hi, this is
autopsy.
Mike with ATS. Who do I have the pleasure of working with tonight? Sorry.
I'm going to fill this up. Ah.
All right. Listen, I just put a TC over to your slot for the evening. It's for Aviator Suites. I'm not sure if you guys run on this. It's an access point that's down. All right. That'd be the one. All right. So you're not able to run on these on the weekend?
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Drink. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Some useless information.
The office is closed, but he's in Unit 210. And then it was looked at earlier that they need someone to come out with the key for the access point to swap it out.
The Sanskrit word for war translates to desire for more cows.
Is there any way we can push this till morning?
Now, there's
Yeah.
one I didn't know. Oh, you should hear him sometimes.
Okay.
The abbreviation for pound,
All right.
LB. You ever wonder why it was LB?
Okay.
Well, it comes
All
from
right,
the astrological sign of
And there
Libra,
ain't nothing
meaning
available on
balance.
Monday when I try to reschedule.
That's cool.
Lovely. Nothing.
That's kind of cool.
Needs 13 points. And there's nothing on Monday, nothing on Tuesday. I got a 3 to 5 on Wednesday. Oh my God, this guy is not going to be happy. What is call code 78?
So LB
Dispatch code.
comes from the
I don't know what it is.
astrological sign of Libra, meaning balance. It's cool.
All right. Thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you, and have a fantastic night. Be safe. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, no. Of all the words in the English language, the word set has the most definitions. Did you get schooled? I'm sorry. Oh, no, no, no. Wow, there's another. The letter J does not appear anywhere on the periodic table of elements. Thinking about that. I'm looking at it in my head going, there's got to be a J there. No, there is not.
All right. This guy's
I know, right? Weird. The only 15-letter word that can be spelled without repeating a letter is uncopyrightable.
Hello, Anthony. Anthony, this is Mike with Cox Business Support, calling out a recorded line. We spoke earlier. I've got some bad news, and I apologize for that right off the bat. The field technicians over the weekend do not have access points in their truck. They would not have access to that until Monday. Now, sorry, and I apologize for this. This is a little bit like pouring salt into the wound, but for the next earliest schedulable appointment I had available points to be able to do this.
I don't know why there's no
isn't
J on
until
the periodic
Wednesday,
table of elements.
Wednesday.
That's a weird question. I don't know. There was no punctuation until the 15th century. They just went on and on and on and on. Sorry, bad dad joke.
All right, I didn't see anything like that. Let me double check.
Okay. 10 body parts only have 3 letters. Eye, ear, leg, arm, jaw, gum, toe, lip, hip, and rib. In English,
All right. Well, I
four,
apologize, but I just
the
spoke
number
to the
written
alcohol
4,
technician this evening.
F-O-U-R, is
He
the
said he
only
doesn't
number
have
that has the
parts
same
or
number of
access to
letters as
warehouse
its
until
value.
Monday. So the best and earliest schedulable appointment I've able to put in was for Wednesday between 3 and 5. Okay, well, I have asked dispatch to come up with a sooner appointment available for you. I just don't have the points to be able to assign it. So that's honestly. I am not seeing that. I don't
Yeah,
know
this
who
one.
said that or where it came
I remember
from,
this one.
but I did
Chevy's
not
tried
see
marketing a
anything like that.
Chevrolet Nova in Spanish-speaking countries, but it didn't sell because no va means doesn't go in Spanish. No go. I don't think I want a car named No Go.
All right. Well, if they got something else that I'm not able to see, then I'm just I couldn't tell you.
Sorry about the bad dad joke there, guys.
I'm just giving you what I got the best I can.
Okay. So let's go back to the topic for tonight, which is craft supplies. What the hell? Have you ever gone into the craft store and went, I'm here for one thing. Like I go in to buy paper, like cardstock. Like I want a color of cardstock. I need to go in and buy 110-pound purple cardstock. I know what I want. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I have looked online before I head to Michael's because I want to know what the coupons are. Is it cheaper to buy it online and then pick it up, or should I get it in the store? Which one's got a better coupon? Is there an online only deal? So I will look and it'll tell me that there's 1 or 10 or however many packs of
I don't have anything suited.
Purple 110-pound cardstock. Okay. Now we'll get to the store. Now I don't know how your store's set up, but in mine, you have to go pretty much to the back of the store.
Okay. And
just before framing
in
order to find the paper. And so I'll go back there, and there it is.
I have also put in a note to dispatch.
My item. I have collected it.
To give you a call.
But then I'll look to the right and go, I did not know that they had 110 in a blue color ream like that. I should get the blue.
Right.
Now I have 2 reams of paper. Then, right at the end of that line, they have one of those big gondolas full of paper pads. I have so many paper pads that aren't paper pads. They're cardstock. Why do they call it paper? I don't know. It's freaking cardstock, and it's single-sided. And it's for scrapbookers who don't really work. They don't make scrapbook pages anymore. Nobody makes them anymore. You know what I mean? Like very few people. But it's there. And so I walk down there, and on that gondola, not only is there paper pads, but there's tags that go with it and sticker books that go with it and 6x6 pads that go with it. And then there's maybe there's some acetate sheets that go with it. And before I know it, I have walked out of Michael's $150 poorer. And I'm snapping at my grandkid who's with me going, can I have it? So no.
I don't know who told you that, sir. So I don't have anyone to go to.
And Hobby Snobby's worse. The snob is worse. Aside from the fact that everything in there is way overpriced. And that's why I dupe snob stuff. Because their stuff is overpriced. I mean, who's going to pay $20 for a piece of string with some beads on it and a bumblebee? You know what I mean? 1998. Yeah. I actually did a video that's coming out to use up 12 by 12 pads. This one is what's the name of this?
I am texting
Mariposa.
Cox,
this one's Mariposa.
Honestly.
There's only like 4 pages in there that I even really like, but it's just this one
would be our group.
and not the rest. But yeah, so you can scrap 6 or so pages out of it. make 3 or 4 of these out of a pad and you've used up the whole pad. So we have a video of this coming up. I can go through a paper pad like there's no tomorrow if I'm doing like boxes and things like that.
The best I can do is what I've told you at this point, sir.
A lot of the scrapbook paper cracks when you use it. So I don't use it that much. But I have news for you. I have so many pads. So many pads. Why do I have so many pads? Because if you go into Michael's and you buy a pad, it comes with 2 sheets of each paper. And I have a nasty habit of buying 2 of each pad so that I, just in case, I have 4 sheets. And I will give them this. Michael's has some of the best in like fall pads. They're like Halloween pads are fantastic. They're just fantastic. And so I always get them.
Yes.
But then I never use them.
Bye-bye.
Because I'm too lazy to tea dye 12 by 12 sheets of paper. I might de-stash some of mine because I have a full 3-foot shelf out in the garage that's 18 inches deep, totally loaded with pads, and a lot of them are brand new. Some of them are only missing 1 or 2 pieces. I might de-stash them because I don't want to deal with them anymore. I want the shelf space. I've even sat here and tried to come up with projects for these pages. You know, these ones that have the border stuff on them and they're solid color in the middle. Working on coming up with projects for that. Because I'm going to use them up. Glue. Glue is my downfall. Some of it is because I do, videos like where we use a bunch of different kinds of glues for whatever reason. That one wouldn't count. Okay, so like I might have all of these and do a video on glue sticks. And then, of course, I would also have in here, what is that? Ugu glue or Uhu glue? The Uhu stick. And which, by the way, is the world's crappiest glue stick. Garbage. And the only thing I use glue stick for is for like lightweight paper, like this kind of stuff, tissue paper, and washi tape. Somebody, a big crafter, not huge, but in the tens of thousands of subscribers, uses this extra strength Elmer's and said it was the most fantastic glue stick ever. So I went out and I bought it. You can't just buy one, you have to buy 3. Crap, so I bought 3 of them. Hold on, that's the other one. All right. Just checking. I was checking in on everybody tonight. Yeah. So she said that this was like the best glue stick ever. You couldn't find a better glue stick. So I tried it. It's crap. I went out and I bought a bunch of glue sticks And this Scotch one was the winner. I tested like 7 or 8 different glue sticks. This Scotch was the winner. The permanent one, not the big one. It's the little one, the permanent one. The big one, that's Scotch Craft. I tested that one too. It's garbage. This permanent one is the only one that's decent. I use it for washi tape. Then I got this, which is actually, this is a permanent glue stick, and this is from the people that make Heat and Bond. This stuff is decent, but hands down the best one is Blick from the art company, from Blick Art. And this big one is only like $2. I don't know what it is now. I'm sure that it's more expensive now that everything's more expensive, but oh, there's that jar of needles. But so for the longest time, I was going out and I was buying all these different glue sticks. I got the Ad Tech one, and I got the store brands, and literally I got to a point where I had to like get rid of them. Luckily, I have friends who are teachers. Hold on one second. This is Gypsy. Let me just answer her real quick. Okay. Okay. Hi, Michelle. So like I did that whole, so I have all of those. And then I did the double-sided tape, and I found one that I loved. It was fantastic. Company went out of, because I did the Ad Tech ones. I don't like any of those double-sided tape rollers, ones that do the little dots. They suck. The ones that do the little lines, not so great, not so bad, kind of middle of the road. But the one that does the straight strip, fabulous. So I have a whole bunch of tape runners too, because I had to test all of those. 2 of them that I found that I really, really liked. One of them I used to get off of Amazon. Company did not survive 2020. The other one I used to get at the Hobby Lobby, and they don't make it anymore. Whatever that company was. And now I can't even remember because I can't find the stupid handle for it. Elmer's glue, I did this a while ago. Okay, and I'll show you why. Let me grab these. We're not even going to talk about my glue habit, okay? So there was a channel, and it's a big channel, that was pushing this glue, okay, from Linico. Adhesive, pH neutral, dry clear, remains flexible, buffered for added protection, room temperature, do not store in direct sunlight, avoid freezing. Okay. They also make this glue. Did not know that this glue is this same glue, because it's only down right at the bottom in a very small print. But this was another glue and they were pushing this. Like, if you're really going to make journals, you can't be making journals unless you use these glues. These are book glues. And I was like, okay. Okay. So I did a little research. pH neutral PVA, professional quality archival adhesive, dries clear, remains flexible. Ideal for bookbinding and paper projects. Okay. So bought this. This was like $30. This was like $20. I said, let me do some research. So the first thing I did was I looked up what pH neutral PVA glue is. It's white glue. That's all it is. This is Elmer's glue in another bottle. The only difference between these glues and the art glitter glue that I use is that they actually add alcohol to art glitter glue so it dries faster. Otherwise, it's regular Elmer's glue. There you go. Oz, what are you up to? Daddy went outside. You want me to put you outside? Come on. Yeah, so it's all Elmer's glue. It's all exactly the same. I did a thing with art glitter glue and barely art glue. I think it was barely art. And there was another one too. What's that other one? Obsede craft glue. All the same glue. All the same glue. If you spend enough time researching, what you're going to find is that they're all made by the same parent company, which means it's all the same glue. Yeah, so you can just use Elmer's if you want. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, because I'm cheap, right? So what is PVA glue? Polyvinyl acetate. Versatile water-soluble synthetic adhesive commonly known as white glue, school glue, or yellow wood glue. That's your first clue. It has to dry clear. It's non-toxic. It's flexible, though it requires clamping for best results. So you want to, like, for your best results, you want to make sure that you press it down. Okay. But if you look up PV glue, is Elmer's glue a PVA glue? Yes. Specifically the clear one, believe it or not. But yes, their white PVA glue is the same. It's a PVA glue. If it is polyvinyl acetate, it is PVA. PVA means that it's archival. It's acid-free. Yeah. Yeah, paper is just wood pulp. If you've been here long enough and you've seen me actually do one of my books, like where I actually build the cover with fabric and everything, I have my own bookbinding glue, which is a mixture of PVA glue, the clear 3-in-1 and a little bit of water, because the 3-in-1's very thick, or alcohol, so it'll dry faster. And I mix that together, and that's what you see me using when I use this, because that's what's in there. It's my bookbinding glue. I have it in a jar too, so I can paint it on if I need to. Yeah, Amazon sells it by the gallon. It's the same freaking glue. And the person that did that, that pushed that glue, she who shall not be named, did not have a lot of money and let somebody bully her into buying that glue. And she bought it, and she bought a big bottle of it, like a quart. And it was like $40. And they bullied her into it. And I did a video and ripped it apart. I was like, that is bull. That is some bullshit to do that. At the time, I still kind of felt sorry for her. So I felt bad about it. But by the way, if anybody knows where she is, I don't wish her ill. And I don't care where she is. But if you know where she is, let me know that she's alive. Because, you know, I haven't seen or heard anything of her in months. Put blue in it. Let me guess, you're trying to make water. Yeah. Actually, Marjorie, if you take a styrofoam and you melt it, it makes like a clear polymer, and then you can add blue to that, and it will harden, and it makes fantastic water. I'll do a video on the whole thing, but I got to do it outside. Yeah, they did. They were doing it through a link. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, they were. So that's where she bought it. So they made money off of her. Yeah, yeah. You'll notice I don't have any links. I have no affiliate links at all. A couple of reasons. One, because I'm brutally freaking honest, and I will tell the truth about stuff. Temu used to try and get me to do that, you know, to get free stuff and then rate their stuff. Big problem with that. I'm honest about shit. Hi, Mr. Harry. What are you doing? Yeah, I know you was outside, huh? Because it's not so hot no more because the sun went down. Yeah, not so hot. She was out there in the cataminium. Yeah, I know. Mommy and Daddy got to make you a better cataminium, huh? Yeah. But yeah, I don't do the links, and I told Timo, I said, you don't want me to know, you don't want me to do that. And they were like, oh no, you buy a lot of products, we like you do that. And I was like, no, because I'm honest about your products. If it's shit, it's shit. I'm going to tell people it's shit. You don't want somebody running around telling everybody it's shit, you know. What is this? Oh, good Lord. Okay. Hi, kitty butt. What's the matter? Did you get outside? You was outside and you had a minium? Yeah, I know, baby. Well, I've had some problems with Timu. Get down. Get down. Down. Thank you. We did one live. It's why I always do them live. We did. I got a die for a pocket. It was like a corner pocket, and it had like wavy things that went so you could have like a triple stack corner pocket. We tried cutting that thing out like 10 times. Could not get it cut. It would not cut. Then we also had another die that we had a problem with. It was the one that I think it said Wicked. It said something. I think it said Wicked. But we tried to cut that out live. I always try to cut out my Timu dies live so that you guys can see them. And if it doesn't cut, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't cut. This is the perfect example. I don't have it anymore. I broke it, so he saw that. But I bought this. This is a bag of puffs, but there was a gun in here, a little gun, and you pulled it back, you put a puff in it, and it would shoot the puff. This is a cat toy. The sound that gun made when it discharged scared the crap out of Harry. He won't go anywhere near these balls now. I've tried putting them all over the floor. He will not. He avoids them. Walks around like an old white lady in the wrong part of town at 10 o'clock at night. Woo! Okay? That's what he's like with these things. I have bought stickers. Now these I knew what they were and I got them anyway. I don't like PVA stickers, okay? But I've bought stickers that I just got one. Where are they? They're there. So I bought these. These showed that they were just the outlines. And I bought these because everybody liked the ones that we had gotten in the other set. So I bought these because I thought that would be cute. We could do like a little, journal with them. But the way that these looked like the other ones. And I'll show you. Oh, here. I'm going to put Mammoth on the desk for a second. Where is it? Of course, I put everything away today. Come here, Mumbo. I filed everything away, so now I got to pull it all out. Well, I got to pull out this one pack just to show everybody what I'm talking about here. It's in the other one. Or I didn't put it away at all. That's a possibility. I may not have. Let me check. Flowers. This one, here it is. Okay. I knew I put it in here someplace. Okay, here we go. All right, so we got these. Remember this? Everybody liked this little guy, right? Hi, Miss Jamie. How are you? So we got these and everybody loved them. So I saw them and I went, and I saw like a whole set of them and I went, oh God, yeah, let's get them because we'll do like a little journal with them, right? Don't be wrong. They're cute. But they didn't look like this on the picture. They looked like this one on the picture where it was all trimmed. So now I have a whole set of these that I'm going to have to fussy cut. And I was like, son of a, it even said that they were hard card like these. And then I got them and they're on photo paper. And I was like, son of a. And here's the thing with the photo paper. It's stickers, but sometimes it does not peel. So I have to now cut these out by hand, which was kind of not what I was planning on doing. So since these were advertised as they were supposed to be paper, they're not. They're like a vinyl. And they were supposed to be like cards, you know, the thicker card, and they didn't show the white on the outside of them. I put that in my review and Temu automatically refunds them. They're all robots. We found them. There's like 2 or 3 of them in one of the steampunk sets, but it didn't fit what we were doing in the steampunk. So I looked and I found more of them and I was like, this would be cute. We'll do like a small journal with them. Hi, Harry. We'll do a small journal with them and, you know, and it'll be cute. You know, like 2 signatures, not very large, you know, kind of book. Yeah, I love the ones that they do where they do the person. Those are fantastic. Ooh, yeah, you have to get it bigger. I used to do the small ones, and then I ordered a small one time, and they screwed up and sent me a bigger one because they didn't have the smaller one. And this was, oh God, this was back before AliExpress, a long time ago. And they sent it to me, and it was bigger. And I realized I had already done this one. So I did the bigger one, so much better. If you get the small ones, caca. Big ones, better. Some people epoxy them, To be honest, when I'm done with them, I typically throw them out. That's just me. I do them to relieve stress and to quiet my mind. So when I'm done with them, I just chuck them. I have some new ones coming, though. Not a door anymore. I used to do that with, do you remember back in the 80s when we used to do puzzles and then we would varnish over the puzzle and frame that puppy? I had one of 2 bears in my bathroom forever. Nobody would want them. Hi, you. Hi. That's actually a question, yeah. Hi. Do you need your Auntie Carla's? Yeah, are you withering away to normal? We can't have you withering. No withering, kitty. You need to keep that svelte, smexy look you got. Yeah. That little tiny kitty look. All right, so honestly, we all buy way too many craft supplies. No, don't forget I have a sale on the 7th. It's just we can't be trusted to go in. You know what we need? All of us need one person in our life. My daughter is that person. If she finds out I'm going to the craft store, she will actually drive there and meet me and walk through the craft store with me, rolling her eyes, shaking her head, and making that noise. Oh! See, I don't think it would work as a journal cover. Because the dots fall off. You all done there, fatty butt? Did you finish? All right, get down. Get down. Why are you looking at me like that? Get down. Shoo. Leave. Get down. Okay. Harry, would you please get down? I'd appreciate it. There's a knee. You can get down. Please. Please. Oh, you want the other knee? Here it is. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. There you go. Yeah, because you're so fat you can't jump to the floor. Yeah, then I'd have to coat it with resin. See, I can't. I can't. There are 2 things I've promised Hubbard I'm not going to start doing so long as we live in this house. No resin and no welding. Those 2 things. 2 things. Now, once we move, all bets are off.
As long as we have room for it. And I finally get to put my damn bike in the garage.
Oh, now that might work. Nail gel. That might work. No, see, here's the thing, Marie. My daughter is the only person alive on this planet who can tell me no and get away with it. Even Hubs over there He'll tell me no.
I'll reserve my nose for special occasions.
But when he wants me to not do something and he knows that that's not going to go over if he tells me no, he calls my daughter. Alex, we need to talk. Your mom's like lost her mind. You need to tell her no. And she'll call me and go, no. And that's when I know he's called her.
And it works.
And it works.
So I still get a word in there on the old no thing.
But she will look at me like, okay. So I took her daughter and I went to Colorado. Second time I went by Neener's house and forgot to stop. But went to Colorado because her daughter wanted to go on a scavenger with me. So I took her on a scavenger, went to Colorado. Coming back through the Rocky Mountains, coming home. Going down the hill, I'm in a Kia Troll. Okay? We're coming down. I don't want to burn the brakes up, so I'm just letting it do its thing. I'm not putting any gas on. I'm just kind of letting it glide. I literally have my foot off the gas near the brakes, just in case. But I'm just letting the car go. Just letting it do its thing, idling down. Well, it's going over 90 miles an hour. My phone rings. My granddaughter answers it. It's her mother. Video chat. Her mother says, show me your grandmother. And I can hear it. I know I'm in trouble. I look down. Oh, shit, I'm over 90 miles an hour. Hi, honey. 90, mother. Slowing down now, dear. So sorry. You can't explain power glide to her. She doesn't get that. We were fine. We're in a very low vehicle, low profile, doesn't have a big high rollover rate, 4 tires on the ground, brand new. I just didn't want to, overheat the brakes. We're coming down through the Rocky Mountains, for crying out loud. You don't want to overheat your brakes, get to the bottom and find out you got no brakes. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. I'm so sorry. Yes. yes. I love that road. And a lot of that is because my daughter, little booger that she is, she told me to put this on my phone. This is Life 360. She says, put this on your phone. I said, why? She said, because then you'll be able to get the grandkids. There's Shay Shay, and that's Buggy. That's my daughter. That's Ober. Right next to me. She didn't tell me is that she's really using this to track my butt. Not so I know where my grandkids are, although it has come in handy, but so that she can track my butt. She has called me. What are you doing in Boulder City? I just came down here to go to the goat feathers. Uh-huh. Seriously. If I see you get on that 11, I'm not. Because she thinks I'm leaving town. I have not packed a suitcase because I have this thing. I told Mike when him and I first got together 20 years ago, look, I am over the age of 21. I am my own human being. I am responsible and I don't have to answer to anyone. So, and I have a habit of like getting in my car and taking off. I used to keep a sleeping bag in my truck because I would just take off, go away. And it's none of your business. It's none yes. That's what you don't get to call me. You don't get me ask where I am. You don't get to ask what I'm doing or who I'm with or who I'm doing it with. To this day, Hub still doesn't bother me. If I'm out, like he might text me and go, could you bring home food? But when I'm on the road, he doesn't call me. He waits for me to call him at night to go, hey, look, we're here. I'm safe. Everything's fine. The car's fine. This is the hotel we're booked into for tonight. We're going to stay here. I'm going to get up in the morning, do a little bit of shopping here in town, and then I'm going to get back on the road. But he doesn't call me unless it's an emergency. He does not call me when I'm on the road.
No, have fun. Bye.
Yeah, if I disable it, she'll call the cops. She will, in a heartbeat. Keeping tabs on me. I know. But I saw it was on Facebook today, and it was a guy sitting at the table, and he was looking at this like piece of paper, and he pulls he's in his like maybe in his 30s, pulls his glasses down to the end of his nose, and you can see he's looking at somebody else, and then he flips the page, and then he gets, and I was like, and he goes, reading my parents' medical reports like they did my report card. Oh, yeah, I feel that. That got me right in the feels. Yes. I know it's dangerous. However, here's the thing. If I leave here and I tell Hubbard I'm taking off, I will never leave and not tell him where I'm going. I'm never going to leave, even if I'm pissed off beyond. I will never leave and not tell him where. Listen, I can't be with you right now. I can't be near you right now. We've never had an argument, but this is like a for instance. I'm leaving. I'm going to Alex's, so he knows where I'm going. If I'm just taking off, I will go, listen, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go on a schedule. Okay. You have fun with that. I'll be back in about a week. Okay. I will tell him, listen, I'm going to head south. I'm going to go into Arizona. I'm going to go to Texas. I'm going to go to New Mexico. I'm going to go to Tennessee, and then I'll come back. So he knows, he has a general idea of where to look for me. So he knows if I take the North Loop, I'm going to go up into Utah. I'm going to go over into Wyoming, into Colorado, and home. If I take the Central Run, I'm going to go into Arizona, into New Mexico, into the top end of Texas, into Kansas, and back that way. If I take the South Run, I'm going to go into Arizona, the lower part of New Mexico. I'm going to go into Texas. I'm going to come up, go into Louisiana, Tennessee, and come back. And this one, I will come back through Kansas and the top of New Mexico and Texas, and then back in Arizona. So he knows. Now, if I tell him I'm going to take the coast, he knows I'm going to leave here and I'm going to shoot all the way up the California coast and back. And when I come back, I'll probably come back through northern Nevada. So he knows where I'm going to be. And he knows how fast I drive. And he knows that I'm going to stop. And here's this really great thing about Google. You know, if you Google a map of a trip, and there's a feature on that where you can actually say, show me things on my route. You can put in thrift stores and it'll show you every thrift store on your route and within a 5-mile radius. So he knows I'm going to be in that barrier. But I don't like to stay home. Now, I'm supposed to be next month. I am supposed to be going to New Jersey. Now, I don't like to fly because I'm claustrophobic. So I'm going to have to make that as a drive. Which technically should take me about 5 to 7 days to get there. And I'll say 7 because I'm going to stop. And I can't just go and then come back. I have to go and be there and then come back. That's the way I am. So I figure 5 to 7 days to get there and spend 3-4 days there, and then probably 10 days to come back. So I'm going to be gone for almost a month. You guys won't really notice it, except for lives, but videos and stuff will all still be there, and I'll still do some lives from the road. My dream trip is to fly out to the East Coast, rent a U-Haul, and drive back across country along the Great American Yard Sale. And if I ever get to do it, I'm going to do it live. See, I can do New York City. I learned to drive in London. Y'all can get out my damn way. I can go around to a full circle and get off. But I've got friends out there. Aside from Patty Ann, that is where Jersey Laura lives, and she's only about 40 minutes from my dad's. Patty Ann's out there. There's you guys know her as Grin and Ferret. She's out that way. A couple of other people that are out that way that I know that I could, stop and see. Going out there, obviously, I would hit Carla on my way. So yeah, but am I really, jazzed about getting in the car and driving for weeks by myself? Not really. Am I going to do it any damn way? Yes. Am I going to have fun? Yes. Am I well protected? You betcha. I'm not crazy like that. I'm cuckoo, but I'm not nutsy. But Hubber also has 360, and he will track me wherever I go. Plus, I have satellite radio on the car, which also tracks the car. Yeah. I have AAA. So if I have any issues, I don't have to worry about that.
I got you covered.
And I have one credit card in my wallet that's paid off mostly. There's like a little bit on there, a couple, maybe $100, just to keep the line open, basically. But in an absolute emergency, I have all the credit I'll need. Yeah. But, I'll see JD. So I have peoples along the way to see. I have people that are like, you can stay at my house, come to my house. I have people that are like, I have an RV sitting outside. It is yours. I will set it up. You can stay there as long as you need to. Even when I'm traveling with my grandkids, they're like, yes, come stay with us. I have people that are like, we have an RV parking. You can pull your RV up, plug in, get your water, whatever. Literally, I have people all the way across the country that are like, we're here for you. You're back? Why are you back, you fatty?
You're ignoring me. That's why I'm back.
Hi, Chris. I remember I left years ago. Years and years and years ago. My daughter was a baby. I left Tucson, and this was before cell phones. I left Tucson to drive to Los Angeles because that's where my mom lived. Was up by Los Angeles. She lived in Long Beach, but it's only like 20 minutes from LA. And this happened twice. The first one was the riots. Remember the riots? The Rodney King riots up there? I called my mom, where I always called her from, to let her know that we were on the road and everything was okay. And she goes, just sit there and give me 15 minutes and call me back. I was like, okay. So I gave her 15 minutes. I called her back. She goes, okay, you're clear up to a certain point. And I was like, okay, going into San Diego. I was like, okay. She says, I want you to stop at Camp Pendleton. At the time I had a military ID. I was still married to my daughter's biological father. I said, okay, why? She goes, just stop at Camp Pendleton, pull into the base and wait and call me from there. I said, okay. So I called her from Camp Pendleton. She's like, okay, can you wait there about an hour? And I was like, all right. Apparently there was something going on and they had cleared the freeway. So she wanted me to wait. So I waited. I called her back, and an hour later, she was like, okay. So this like went on the whole way up to LA. And then a little while later, a few years later, I was on my way. And that was the morning that the big earthquake hit and like all the freeways were torn up and everything. And I called her, and I was actually, I had taken a different route. And so I was in the pass, and I had, just as I was going into the pass, there's a rest area there. And I stopped at that rest area, and because I didn't stop for breakfast because Alex was asleep. And so I called her from the rest area, and I said, look, we're at the rest area. We're heading up into the pass. She goes, oh my God, don't go into the pass. I was like, why? She's like, just call me back. So I called her back. She's on the phone with AAA in California, getting road closures. She's like, you got to stop coming up here. I was like, I know shit, natural disasters. Every damn time I come up here, there's some kind of thing going on. Oh. I was like, I am not coming to visit you no more. You come see me. Damn. Earthquakes. Uprisals. Yeah, it was just a mess. I was like, no, I'm not coming up there anymore. One time I came through, there was fires. Oh my God. Yep. My mom, actually, I got there, and I got to Long Beach. And when I got to Long Beach, my mom left, and she went up to San Francisco, in the Bay Area, because my mother was, she was triage medic, an EMT for years. But more importantly, she was also a midwife who delivered babies in less than perfect conditions. So yeah, so she was up there because they called her up because there was a couple of ladies that were on the bridge there that had collapsed, that were pregnant, and they were going to labor, and my mom was willing to go, and so they called her up. So she went up there, and she was up there for like 4 days, and delivered a couple of babies, worked at the hospital for a little bit, and then headed home. My dad, I remember when the Twin Towers came down, my kids were young. I think Alex was probably 10 or 11. But when the Twin Towers came down, I couldn't get a hold of my dad for days. And he lives in New Jersey. And I finally got through to somebody back there and found out my dad, who was the chief of their volunteer ambulance department at the time, went down and he pulled 3 of their 4 ambulances through as many medical supplies as they had in the ambulance department and in the fire department into the ambulances and drove them over to the bridge, and then fought with them to get over the bridge because they weren't going to let anybody in. But when they realized that, one, he had a ambulance that was a 4-wheel drive, they were like, come on. And he was also in the National Guard, so he had gone by there and picked up more medical supplies from the National Guard armory. So Yeah. It happened. I don't know. Patty Ann, were you on the night that I had the earthquake here? This was when I was still in the craft room. I was doing a live, and we got an earthquake. And my camera started doing this. And then the internet went out. And I had people like, I still had my phone because that's not the internet, that's totally different. And I had people that were like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was like, it was just a little tremor. We're all right. Sherry probably remembers that when she was here, when that one happened in Vegas. She lived in Vegas when that happened. We get earthquakes here a lot, but we just don't feel them. They're not like as strong as you would expect. We get maybe one a year that you can actually feel, and it's very minor. But yeah, everybody freaked out on my stream. They were like, oh my God. I was like, it's just an earthquake. I did. I remember when I lived in Long Beach, I moved up there because my mom got really bad and I had to go up there and take care of her. And so I moved. My husband, my 2 kids, and me, we all moved to Southern California to live in Long Beach, take care of my mom. And the first earthquake we lived in an upstairs apartment. So it was doing this thing. My husband had just gotten home from work and it started. And he's standing there to the side of the bed. He's kicking the bed. He's got my son, who was only like 2 or 3 at the time, like a football, and my daughter over his shoulder. And he's like, we got to go. It's an earthquake. I looked at him. I said, you put those kids back in their beds. He was like, oh, but it's an earth. No, just put those kids back in their beds. So when you live in Southern California, you kind of get used to it. He had never experienced an earthquake. I had a tornado in Arizona one time. That was fun. That was the one, Sherry. That was the one where my whole house shook. It was a good one. I think the epicenter on that was in Bakersfield, though, because it was like right. It was Bakersfield or Barstow. It was like right near here. Most of the time, yeah, they go, oh, there was an earthquake today. And we go, what? Because we don't feel it. It's because we're in the bottom of a valley. So there's not a lot of sway down here. But yeah, he had never experienced an earthquake, and I was not having any of that. You put those kids back to bed, damn it. I do remember there was a tornado in Arizona one time, and I drove my van in between 2 apartment buildings in an apartment complex. So there was like next to no room. I opened up all the windows, the sunroof, laid the seat out, threw my kids under the seat, got underneath there, and we rode it out in the car because I didn't have any other place to go. And yeah, that was fun. Yeah, half an hour up the street and you're in Prim. Yeah. I used to drive that every day for several years. Well, yeah, the whole country gets earthquakes, but most of the ones that we get throughout the country, you don't really feel. It has to be a good jolt. Um, Most people, your body can't even sense it if it's below like 2.5. So you may get like a 1.8 or a 1.9. You're not going to feel it. If you were in the pool, if you were standing by the pool, you might see the water do a little. I'm no longer allowed to book the room. Prim is no more. Prim is completely closed down now. They shut down Whiskey Pete's. That was a couple of years ago. And then they shut down the Prima Donna. And my understanding is they've shut down Buffalo Bill's now too. It's just not getting the same drive traffic it used to get. It used to get a lot of drive traffic, and now it's not. At least on the weekends, like Thursday through Sunday, you get a lot of traffic. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not so much. But yeah. Yeah, it's all closed down. For a while, there was a huge thrift store in the Prim Mall. That didn't work. The gas stations are still there, open, and the Lotto store is still open. But yeah, they've closed the rest of it. Yeah, hotel's closed. A lot of people like it. Buffalo Bill's was a very nice hotel. The Prim was beautiful. The crappy one was Whiskey Pete's, but that was a great hotel for families because they had like a water slide in their pool. Buffalo Bill's had a big amusement park, and the Prima Donna had the mall. And they used to have the monorail that would go back and forth. And I worked out there in the Houdinis for years, in the magic shop. I managed the magic shop out there for years. And it's all closed up now. I think the only thing that still opens out there is the Star of the Desert Arena. I think they still do shows out there, but that's it. I don't think they even have open rooms anymore. But I know the amusement park is closed. I mean, they've even talked about taking down all the rides and stuff that were there. The Desperado, I know, is sealed. Prim is no more. Omnis Dominus Directas. No, we're not saying that. Yeah, they may reopen it like for the summer. Let me see. Let's see if they're going to open it for the summer. It looks like they're opening it for the summer. So yeah, it looks like they're opening it for the summer. So they'll open it for spring break and have it open through the end of the summer, and then it shuts back down again. But the other thing too is you have to remember all the land as you're coming into Vegas, that's on the left side of the highway there, the freeway coming in, excuse me, from Prim all the way into Blue Diamond, that is all owned by Disney. Disney Corporation owns all of that. They have been talking for years about building a resort, an all-inclusive Disney resort out there. But they've also been talking for years about putting in a monorail from Los Angeles to Vegas, and that's never happened either. So who knows? But now that gambling is available in a lot more states, Vegas is falling apart. And they just keep increasing things. You now have to pay to park. Next thing you know, they're going to be getting rid of the complimentary drinks at the machines. Hi, baby. All right, guys. So I'm going to get off of here because Hubbard's off in about 12 minutes, and that means we're going to be in the spiral. After food, playing Wizard 101. Because that's what I do with my life, because I'm an old person, and, you know.
We play games.
We play games. So, Harry and I are going to go out and grab a smoke, and your kitty, my kitty. Oh. No kissy, no smoochy face. Thank you. So we're gonna, do the thing. All right, guys. So tomorrow I'm gonna be calling my Patreons, and we're gonna be doing the Poke Tool project, quarterly project, and I'll also be calling anybody else who paid for it and who bought the project. They will get a phone call as well. What else? And then tomorrow night, of course, mixed media, and then Sunday game. So I will see you all then. And then, of course, I'm dark Monday and Tuesday. And hopefully somewhere along the way, I'm going to be able to get some stuff done. I haven't done much. But the Facebook group, if you go to the Facebook group, don't forget to vote for our next journal. Please don't add anything, guys. I've had people go in there, add all these different topics. And I'm like, but I don't have anything for that. So if you just go in there and just vote on what's there, that helps. Okay. So everybody saying good night to you.
Good night.
Say good night, Harry. Say night, night, Harry.
Oh, scary.
No, you too.
Oh, okay.
So if you're new here and I haven't offended you yet, damn, it might be hard. Because if I can't offend you on a Friday, I may have to work at it. But if I haven't offended you, hit the button and subscribe. Why not, right? I got Howie. How did I get a piece of your hair in my mouth? That was gross. You're unoffendable? Oh, trust me. Maybe. All right. So, yeah, if you want to know what's going on in my world, you'd like to cyber stalk me, I have this fantastic cyber stalker creep starter package. Go down to the description, click on more, and you're going to see all the information on that starter package. It is free to try. You're going to get everything there is about me on my socials. And then some more other than that too. So until I see you again, whatever Mother Nature's doing, pour out that woman's beer because the bitch is drunk. She's drunk. But be prepared for that. Stay hydrated no matter what. Just stay hydrated. Keep drinking. That's all. Yeah. Mother Nature, no drinky. You drinky. Stay well, my friends. Harry said, what are you doing? I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Okay? Bye-bye.
Say bye, Harry. Say bye-bye. Can I say bye-bye? Bye. Bye.